ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking back hits. Subscribe. Thumbs up for that pose, right? Yeah? Please? Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Black Panther movie Okoye Build-A-Figure Wave Submariner. I did pick this up at Comic and Figure Addicts. If you're in the Bay Area, be sure to check out Comic and Figure Addicts. If not, you can get your figures at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
Oh man, I'm glad that we're finally getting this figure again. There is another one and I'll show some comparisons even though I don't have that figure. We get a nice image of the Submariner on the side. I feel like this is Diodato's artwork, right? Doesn't it look like Diodato's artwork? Anyway, on the back you can see a nice read-up of Submariner. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it now. And then here's the other figures from the wave. And then we get that same image right there on the other side. And then we get a Submariner logo with his trident on the top and not much more at the bottom. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. Man, here's Submariner out of the packaging. And this is a fantastic piece. I love this Submariner figure. It's kind of funny. He's just basically a nude guy with some Speedos and wings on his feet and some bracelets over there. But it's a really good looking piece, man. I really like the choice of the flesh tone with this. And he does come with great accessories. I really like the accessories a lot. So let's get a closer look at those. And then we'll get a closer look at Submariner. So unlike the Walgreens exclusive version, we get a proper trident for this figure and it looks awesome. It's just this solid gold paint over here and I think it's sculpted very well. I like it a lot. Not too pointy or anything. A little bit of marbleization, but not enough to really bother me so much. I really like how this came out. Very well done. And comparing it to the Walgreens exclusive that basically has the Odin scepter right here. I mean, come on. Yeah, I was like, what? Well, what is this, man? Yeah, so this is much better. I like it so much more. And comparing it to the Toy Biz Marvel Legends Series 2 Trident, which actually did break on me somewhere around right there. So you could see the similarities in the design and everything. You could see the inspiration came from the same place. So I'm very pleased with this. I like it a lot. It is my favorite out of the three. And no, I don't have that first Hasbro Submariner figure to compare that Trident with this one. Now, like the Walgreens exclusive version, we do get two sets of hands. We get these two booty slapping hands or swimming hands, whichever way you want to look at it. So you get two of those, and then we also get these Trident grabbing hands right here. You can see on the right side, there's a little bit of space between the thumb and the index finger on this one. There is no space, so you have to actually cut that with an X-Acto knife. Man, I don't want to screw this up because I'm doing it on camera, and I'm doing it for, let's see here. Ah, there it goes. That was easy, right? Yep, that's it. So, yeah, very easy to do. And you can see that the index finger and the thumb are split apart from each other right there. So, yeah. Much better. So here's looking at the bearded head sculpt, and man, I really think Hasbro is getting much better with their head sculpt. So it just in general, I think they're getting better, but I really like how this came out. It's not my favorite of the two head sculpts, but it looks really good. I really like how the eyes came out over here. Very clean paint. I like how the eyebrows look too. Yeah, that nice little point right over there. The beard looks really clean. I guess it doesn't match 100% with the sculpt, but it's not enough to really bother me. One thing I do notice, if I was to give one little gripe with this, it kind of feels like the space between his nose and his upper lip is just a little bit too long, you know, to fit that mustache in there, but it doesn't really bother me that much. I still think it looks really good. I like how the hair came out. He's got a little pointy ears and everything. Just looks fantastic. I'm very pleased with this. I'm definitely going to use this head sculpt for the Walgreens exclusive. I just think it looks better on the vested Namor. And trying to get this back on here. And you can see that they actually have slightly different flesh tone. I do like the newer flesh tone more so. It's not that different, but, you know, slightly different. But I think that looks really cool. Yeah, I think that looks awesome. But getting the new head sculpt on here, the new, you know, shaved face sculpt on here, I love this head sculpt. They nailed it 100%. I absolutely love it. I think they just killed it with this thing. I'm very pleased with this. I think this is a perfect Namor head sculpt. Very well done. Super clean hair over here. I mean, in the comics, it looks like it's just kind of, I don't know, like a brick or something on his head, or just something that's just like a piece of plastic on there. So the fact that they made it without any little hair pieces flying around or anything like that, very smooth hair. I mean, in the comics, you see the hair, you know, just drift away just a little bit. And then comparing the previous head sculpt over here, yeah, you can see this is just much more improved. You know, this one definitely looks a lot more like Namor to me than this one right here, and they have the blue eyes. Yeah, I mean, this isn't bad. I still think it's a decent head sculpt, but out of the two of them, man, I'm definitely going with this one right here. I like it a lot. And I briefly wanted to talk about the bio of Submariner, aka Namor Mackenzie. He's the son of a human sea captain and an Atlantis princess, which is cool because he has all those aquatic powers from his mother's heritage. But from his father's heritage, he adopted a mutant gene, and that's why he has the wings on his ankles, and that's how he has the power to fly. The creator, Bill Everett, wanted him to be an Ultraman where he had amazing abilities under the water as well as the land and air, which is really cool. He used to have the ability to talk to sea creatures and adopt the powers of sea creatures, but he doesn't have that anymore. But he has some invulnerability, and he has super strength, and he has, you know, the ability to breathe underwater or last a very long time underwater and all of that. So he'd be a very cool character to see on the big screen, right? I don't know. Who do you think should play Namor? I don't know. I'm curious to see what you guys say. And I really like how the rest of the figure looks. You know, I prefer having shadowing effect, but I'm getting kind of used to it, and we do have some sculpted nipples right over here, which are very well done. I like how they did this because they're not too prominent. They're definitely there, but they don't stick out too much, you know, so it doesn't look weird or makes it awkward. I don't know about the placement of the nipples, and I also don't know about this gap right here that we're seeing in the very middle. Now, I can't remember exactly what figure they reused this from. It is different from what we'd gotten on the Walgreens exclusive, so I think the pecs look a little bit more realistic on this one than on this one right here. It's just that gap is too extreme. I guess when guys get really buffed, there tends to be a gap for the chest plate and everything, but I don't know. In my mind, this looks a little bit more realistic than this one. Let me know what you think. And then looking at the arms, they've reused these arms before, of course. We've seen these, and we get the same wrist gauntlets and everything. The gold looks really good. It actually looks a lot better than it does on the Walgreens exclusive. You can see the paint kind of starting to fade right over there, looking kind of strange, but this one looks a lot better. I'm really digging that. And then the Speedos came out looking really clean. I love how we have this slight wash over the metallic green. Very tricky to pick up. And then there's your Namor butt cheeks. And then looking at the gold coming throughout, just looks really solid on here. I'm really digging that. I like how there's a slightly different copperish tone right here for the seashell. That's pretty neat. Then looking at his big old thick legs, look pretty good. Very good consistent flesh tone throughout. I think they did a great job with the flesh tone on this guy. Then there's your Namor dozies, and then you have the little wings right over here, which are very durable. I don't feel like they're going to break. I like how it's like really held on there. You know, you can see all the way up until the little wing comes out. It's attached to the ankle, and I think they did a great job with that. I'm very pleased with this. Very good looking figure. And then he does have peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Now for the articulation, you can move the heads all the way up, great for swimming and flying poses, and you can move his head all the way down. You get side to side motion right over here, just a little bit of neck tilt, not really. And then the shoulders do move outward this much. I do get a little bit of nicking right there in the plastic though when I move up farther than that on the left side. The right side is not so bad, but the left side can really go up that far, so that's a little frustrating. You can get a 360 rotation over here. You get a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. Both wrists, or all four wrists, swivel side to side and hinge up and down. Good ab crunch forward, good ab crunch back, waist swiveler, and then we get the hip joints that move outward that much, and then he can kick forward and not back so much. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, calf rotation, ankles move down, ankles move up, and he does have ankle pivot. Now measuring out this Namor figure, you can see that he is standing just under 7 inches tall. And then for your Submariner comparison, we have the Okoye Wave Submariner next to the Walgreens exclusive, and it's kind of strange that, well, this guy does not have shoes or boots on or anything. He stands a little bit taller than this one. And just overall, I think that's a better looking figure. And then here's the new Submariner figure next to the Marvel Legends Series 2 Toy Biz Submariner, and they stand actually a little closer to the same height. This guy's still a little bit shorter, and since I don't have the Hasbro first Submariner, I'm throwing in a picture right over there, and yike. And then for your Invaders comparison, we have the Captain America from the Vintage Collection, and we have the Fantastic Four's Human Torch, not the Android Human Torch that's actually from the Invaders. I really wish Hasbro will give us one of these figures with a different head sculpt and just taking that 4 off of there, and then boom, we'd have our Invaders Human Torch. But at first I thought that they had used the same upper torso right here as the Grim Reaper in the Vintage Collection Captain America, but this is different. I believe it was the Kraven figure where they first brought in this body mold. I could be wrong about that, but I do know that this is not the Grim Reaper upper torso. And then here's Namor next to a couple of blonde babes that have been of significant interest of Namor. And then here's the other two figures from this wave that I've already reviewed. You can see the Invincible Iron Man and the Black Bolt figure. And somebody had mentioned in the comment section with this Black Bolt that they would have liked to have seen the Grim Reaper body mold or this Kraven/Grim Reaper body mold used for Black Bolt. I totally agree with that. I think that's a great idea. And after today, we'll be taking a brief respite from reviewing the figures from this wave. I have a couple of different pieces I want to get to, and I think you guys will really enjoy those. So I'll be back to reviewing this wave either Sunday or next week. And then here's Namor next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. And you know I had to get a display going with Submariner and these blue Tamashi flame effects because that looks just too awesome. I really think this figure came out looking fantastic. I like the flesh tone. I love the head sculpts. I think Hasbro did a fantastic job with this piece. I highly recommend it. It was one of the figures I was really looking forward to, and Hasbro did not disappoint on this one. I am very pleased, and I hope you guys are very pleased with this review. If you are, please hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this figure. Let me know what you think of the review. If you want to pick up the ShartimusPrime Legendary Collector t-shirts, they are available for pre-order. I do need some more pre-orders to go in before I can get them made, so I'd appreciate it if you guys want to support the channel, plus pick up something cool for yourself. Check out the Legendary Collector t-shirts. If you want to subscribe for more ShartimusPrime videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as hitting the notification bell. If you want to see a photo gallery of images, it'll be over at marvelousnews.com and ShartimusPrime.net. And do not forget to follow me on the social media at the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links to everything in the description below. I will catch you guys later. Peace.
I'm gonna play with my toys today. I'm gonna play with my toys today. I'm gonna play with my toys today. Well, I don't care what the strangers say. I'm gonna play with my toys today.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face is hit my shot. Your face is hit my shot. Your